Hello and welcome to this edition of FYI Weekly, your official source for the latest news from the city of Greensboro. The Guilford County Workforce Development Board is introducing Code Guilford, a community coding workforce initiative designed to expose students and the local workforce to technology-based careers. During this interactive 4-day summer camp, participants will follow the Everyone Can Code curriculum designed by Apple. This empowers anyone to create world-class apps. This pilot initiative provides a unique educational opportunity for underrepresented students attending targeted Title I schools as well as out-of-school youth and adults. The app economy drives job creation, growth, and new opportunities. In 2018, the app economy saw a growing shift from consumer-facing apps to enterprise apps to the tune of 4.7 million jobs nationwide, with an average annual salary of $86,000. In North Carolina, there are currently more than 17,000 unfilled computing jobs, yet for every 8 available positions, there is only 1 computer science graduate to fill it. Code Guilford is a partnership between the Guilford County Workforce Development Board, Apple Inc., North Carolina A&T State University, Guilford Technical Community College, Welfare Reform Liaison Project, and Guilford County Schools. Classes will be held from June through August at A&T State University and Guilford Technical Community College. For more information, visit the Code Guilford website. Getting news updates about the city of Greensboro just got easier with Amazon's Echo and other Alexa devices. Residents can access the free weekly Greensboro Alexa flash briefing skill for a quick rundown of city news and community events. Jay Nichols, Director of Information Technology, says we continue to explore new ways to help Greensboro be a smart city. Partnering with the Amazon Alexa for the flash briefings is another avenue for us to leverage technology to reach and engage our residents. To get started, users must have the Alexa app on a smartphone or tablet to access the flash briefing skill. Once in the app, click the menu icon and choose Skills and Games. Type City of Greensboro in the search bar. Once that pops up, click Enable Skill. Users can simply ask Alexa, "What's my flash briefing?" or "What's the news?" to hear the latest weekly updates from the city of Greensboro. The city has passed the halfway mark for qualifying 100 first-time homebuyers interested in purchasing a home in Greensboro. The hashtag 100 Homes campaign is seeking to convert 100 Greensboro renters into homebuyers by December 31st. Most of the homes being purchased are in East Greensboro, which is revitalizing the neighborhoods recovering from last year's tornado. The campaign also promotes affordable home ownership through a partnership between the city and Housing Consultants Group, or HCG, which provides housing consulting services. The concept of hashtag 100 Homes is the brainchild of Sophia Crisp, Executive Director of HCG. The campaign evolved after working with tornado survivors who lost their home. Many were spending about $800 a month to rent substandard housing. Crisp says we can help them do better. It's a matter of changing behaviors and mindsets and creating opportunities. We have and want to help anyone own a home in Greensboro. The resources are available for anyone who is eligible. HCG is working with local realtors and lenders to track Greensboro homes that are available, shown to potential buyers, and purchased. For more information about this campaign and home ownership, call Housing Consultants Group at 336-553-0946. In an effort to help each of us improve our quality of life, the city has partnered with Cone Health for a series of brief and informative videos designed to inspire you to make better choices when it comes to healthy living. Let's check in with our friends at Cone Health for today's news for your health.
How strong is your heart health knowledge? Let's test your heart smarts with a few facts or fiction statements. The answers will lead to a healthy heart. Let's get started. Exercise needs to be difficult. Fiction. Exercise should be enjoyable. The American Heart Association does recommend 150 minutes of moderate exercise every week. That would be 30 minutes 5 times a week of exercise that might make you a little bit flushed or a little bit winded. In fact, Exercise doesn't have to be what we traditionally think of as exercise. Cleaning the house, gardening are all forms of an active lifestyle and beneficial exercise. Chest discomfort or pain do not always occur with a heart attack. Fact: while many patients will present with chest discomfort or arm pain as their symptom of a heart attack, not everybody does. The symptoms can vary. Some people will present with more atypical symptoms, such as jaw discomfort, nausea, or shortness of breath. If you feel like you might be having a heart attack, please always call 911. If you don't have a family history of heart disease, you don't need to worry about your cholesterol level. Fiction: the American Heart Association suggests that starting at age 20, everybody should have their cholesterol level checked every 5 years. While cholesterol is not the only risk factor for heart disease, it is an important risk factor, and modifications with diet or exercise, and sometimes medications, are necessary depending on your cholesterol level. Everybody needs to take an aspirin once a day. Fiction: aspirin is an important medication, and it can help prevent heart disease in some individuals. Aspirin needs to be prescribed by your provider. Talk to your provider, and they can assess your risk of heart disease and whether or not you would benefit from a daily aspirin. Salads are not always healthy. Fact: while salads can be an important part of a heart-healthy diet, they can also be loaded with excess calories. Fruits and vegetables and healthy oils are recommended to reduce the risk of heart and vascular disease. However, we need to be mindful of our choices and our portion sizes. I don't add salt to my food, so I'm taking care of my heart. Fiction: while it can be very important not to add salt at the table, we also have to be aware that many of the foods that we get that are processed or from a restaurant often are very high in sodium. We need to be aware of how much salt we're getting in our food, not just what we're adding at the table. I don't smoke, so I'm not going to get heart disease. Fiction: smoking is one of the most important modifiable risk factors for heart disease. But there are other risk factors as well, including diabetes, high cholesterol, and weight. It's important that none of us smokes cigarettes, but we also have to be aware of these other risk factors. Thanks for joining me. Heart disease is the #1 cause of death in the United States, but there are steps you can take today to reduce your risk for heart disease. To learn more about taking care of your heart, go to conehealth.com/heart. I'm Dr. Jake Hochrein.
Applications are being accepted for the next class of the Youth Leadership Program for high school students. We'll have that story and more news coming up after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. Greensboro Parks and Recreation is accepting applications for Youth Leadership Greensboro. This year-long leadership development program is designed for high school sophomores, juniors, and seniors. Students will attend 6 day-long sessions from October to March. The program fee is $80. Applications are available online, and the deadline to apply is Tuesday, June 25th. Youth Leadership Greensboro is for exceptional students who want to make a difference in the community by becoming better advocates and problem solvers. The curriculum is designed by previous graduates of the program. Students will learn about local issues such as diversity, politics, health, social justice, and the economy. For more information, visit the city's website or contact Youth Development Director Britt Huggins at 336-373-7617. Students are counting the days to summer break, and for some, that means finding a summer job. There's still time for employers to support the Plus One campaign coordinated by the Greensboro Youth Employment Mentoring Program. United Way of Greater Greensboro and the City of Greensboro are asking employers to commit to adding at least one summer youth employment opportunity to their workforce this summer. A Plus One hiring event will be hosted at the NC Works office on May 15th from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. for employers and job seekers. NC Works is located at 2301 West Meadowview Road. Plus One employers will agree to hire a young person between the ages of 16 and 24, pay at least $8 per hour, offer at least 20 hours per week for a duration of at least 7 to 8 weeks from June through August. Upon accepting the invitation to participate, employers are asked to submit their Plus One summer youth employment opportunity online or call United Way to be added to the Plus One registry. Plus One summer opportunities are posted on the United Way website. The Greensboro Parks and Recreation Department and the Greensboro Elks Lodge are offering a free adaptive golf clinic. The session will take place on Saturday, May 11th from 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Golfers will meet at the Gillespie Golf Course located at 306 East Florida Street. Participants will ultimately play in a tournament on June 8th. These clinics are designed to teach adaptive techniques to individuals with physical disabilities. Golf professionals will offer instruction to introduce players to the game or encourage others to return to the golf course. No previous golf experience is needed to participate in the clinics. To register or for more information, call the city's Adaptive and Inclusive Recreation Office at 336-373-2626. In an effort to spotlight and celebrate local artists, business owners, community builders, and essentially the next generation of leaders, the city is proud to partner with Action Greensboro to introduce our Made in Greensboro series. This day, we place the spotlight on Chad Husky, the namesake of Chad's Carolina corn. Chad Husky's road to food entrepreneurship started with ambitions to be a professional musician, then took a sharp turn away from the family furniture distribution business and nearly ended in a career in information technology. But Chad went soul-searching when he realized he was tired of solving other people's problems all the time. That's when he landed on gourmet popcorn. Undeterred by his lack of experience in the food industry, Chad started making batches in a kitchenette in a building that housed his father's furniture showroom. Chad's Carolina corn recipes range from savory to sweet. The business grew faster than Chad had hoped. By chance, he met the owner of Carolina Fine Snacks, a Greensboro-based snack food manufacturer who was able to provide some much-needed advice on turning the business into a full professional operation. Chad's popcorn is sold across the South and Western U.S. Locally, it's available at Best Way, Whole Foods, Lowe's Foods, and at PTI Airport gift shops. To learn more about Made in Greensboro or to see more images taken by photographers Jerry Walford and Scott Mothersbaugh, visit the Action Greensboro website at madeingso.com. As you drive around the Gate City, you're bound to encounter detour signs, orange barrels, and construction crews. That's a sure sign your tax dollars are hard at work. Coming up after the break, we'll tell you about a new tool residents can use to get updates on major projects funded by voter-approved 2016 bonds. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. The City of Greensboro is proud to have a AAA bond rating, which is the highest designation awarded to local governments. This allows the city to borrow money at the lowest possible rates when voters approve bonds to fund major projects. Now there's a software available to allow residents to get status reports of these projects. Joining me now to tell us about the bond tracker technology is John Decker. He is the Strategic Issues Analyst for the city's budget department. Hello, John. Welcome to the show.
Hi.
So tell me about the purpose of the bond tracker.
So the goal for the bond tracker was really to achieve our goal of transparency and accountability with the community, as well as our the folks that work with city government as well. So it allows us to provide constant updates on where we're at with the 2016 bonds.
Okay, 2016 bonds were a big to-do. It was on the ballot. Voters actually approved it. Multiple millions of dollars going towards $126 million to be exact, going towards various categories.
Yes.
So what kind of information will residents obtain if they're using the bond tracker?
So on the bond tracker itself, you can look at the different categories of bonds. So there's bonds passed for economic development and community development, as well as transportation and parks and recs, so various bonds. And you can look at all of the projects individually, see where they're at on pace through completion, when they're planned to be started, when they're planned to be completed, how much money is going to be spent on them, and even look at program descriptions as well as pictures of progress on some of the bonds, as well as an interactive map that will show you where it's at within the city.
That's a lot of information, very useful information, especially if some of these projects are happening in someone's particular neighborhood. So I'm guessing, aside from the transparency that you mentioned earlier, the city opted to pursue this so that we can engage residents and they can kind of follow along.
Yeah, it was a response to residents' questions on where bond projects were at, as well as questions from council and other staff members, and being able to put a platform that's out there available online to pretty much anybody to see the same information at the same time. It really helps us all be on the same page.
And how difficult is it to develop something like this?
Well, that was actually great teamwork within the city of Greensboro. We looked at several options for a third-party vendor, but we used existing software and existing licenses, so we saved quite a bit of money using our own resources and staff time to use what we already had to use this tool online for our community.
And I'm sure folks are listening to that and thinking that's a good thing.
In the budget department, we definitely think that's a good thing.
Absolutely. I know you all think it's great. Now, this technology is right now specifically for the 2016 bond projects. At some point, do you see it expanding to be used to track other city projects?
Yes, we'd love to expand this to include all of the CIP projects at some point, and other major projects like maybe Tanger Center, things like that. So we have the availability to do that. Is making sure that it works with the different projects and expanding it. The 2016 bonds, $126 million is a big, important piece, but it was 30 or so projects, so it was easy to start this as sort of a pilot project. So our hope is to expand it to the CIP. Again, that's more like $1.7 billion and hundreds of projects. So the expansion, hopefully over time, we'll be able to get that, yes.
Now, I didn't ask you, where do people access the bond tracker?
So on the city's website, if you look for 2016 bond referendum information, it links directly from there. Several other departments that are involved in the bond projects have links from their department pages as well. So it's on several places on the city website. Yes.
Excellent. Well, John, thank you for stopping by to tell us about the bond tracker. I am certain that folks have heard about it or they've already used it, and if they haven't, they're going to be calling it up on their computers and their smartphones.
Yeah.
So do come back and keep us posted.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Stay tuned for a little-known fact about Greensboro as we tell you something about the city. That's coming up after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back. One way to stay informed about what's happening in the city is by attending or tuning in to city council meetings. The Greensboro City Council meetings are open to the public, but if you cannot attend, we broadcast the meetings live right here on GTN, and we also stream the meetings live on the city's website. Council meetings take place at 5:30 p.m. on the first and third Tuesdays of the month on Level 2 of the Melvin Municipal Office Building located at 300 West Washington Street. The first meeting of the month includes public comments and special presentations. Meetings on the third Tuesday of the month focus on public hearings and city business. The fourth Tuesday is reserved for a meeting as needed. To review the council meeting schedule and agendas, please visit the city's website. Here's an opportunity to learn a little something about the city. The votes have been tallied for the 2019 One City, One Book community read. The Greensboro Public Library has selected Born a Crime, Stories from a South African Childhood by Trevor Noah. Noah, who is the host of The Daily Show, recalls his early years in apartheid South Africa. Born to a white father and a black mother, Noah was considered illegal at his birth because of his mixed race. His book explores themes of racism, family, education, 1980s culture, and the pitfalls of adolescence, among other topics. The Greensboro Public Library, along with multiple community partners, lead a citywide reading of a selected book. Lively programs, discussions, films, and other activities offer opportunities for the entire community to engage around the themes of the book selection. This year marks the 9th One City, One Book. Events will kick off at the end of August. The library needs your help to convince Trevor Noah to make a public appearance at the library. Join the campaign on social media using #Trevor2GPL. For more information about the programs and resources offered by the Greensboro Public Library, visit the library's website. Coming up after the break, we'll showcase our department spotlight, but first, prepare to mark your calendar for all the great events happening this week on the town.
Hey, this is Jody. In honor of Mother's Day, this edition of On the Town is dedicated to all the moms out there. Start off Mother's Day weekend at Center City Park for Food Truck Friday. Enjoy lunch from one of the 3 food trucks on hand, including the Pearl Kitchen, Wired Cafe Coffee Bus, and Carolina's finest food truck from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Visit downtowngreensboro.org for more information. Later on, see the film Crazy Rich Asians as UNCG presents Spartan Cinema at LeBauer Park. This is part of a free summer movie series sponsored by UNCG Greensboro. Bring a blanket or lawn chair and relax on the great lawn. The movie starts at dusk around 8 p.m. Food and drinks are available for purchase at the nearby kiosks. Check out the LeBauer Park Facebook page for a complete list of summertime events, including upcoming food truck vendors. Looking for a fun Mother's Day activity for your children this weekend? Take them to Glen McNary Branch Library anytime on Saturday for Flower Makerspace, where they can make a tissue paper flower or decorate a card for Mother's Day. All ages are welcome. Or head over to Vance Chavis Branch Library from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. for Mother's Day Card Makerspace to make a special card for your mom, grandmother, godmother, aunt, or any other special woman in your life. There's always something fun to do at your local library. Go to greensborolibrary.org for a full list of upcoming events. Why not treat Mom this Saturday by heading over to the Farmers Curb Market for music makers at the market from 8 to 10 a.m. featuring the Zoo City Pickers. Music, farmers, food, and friends equals a perfect morning at the market. At 10 a.m., join Nora of Nora Glan's Bakery while she shares her recipe and techniques for making her quiche. Learn about all the events happening at the market by going to gsofarmersmarket.org. Dads, give Mom a well-deserved break from it all on Mother's Day this Sunday and take the kids to the Greensboro Children's Museum. Sundays are half-price admission. Come in from 1 to 5 p.m. any Sunday and receive $5 admission per person to the Greensboro Children's Museum. For more information on the Children's Museum and upcoming events, visit gcmuseum.com. Keep watching FYI Weekly right here on GTN, and to all the moms out there, thank you for all that you do.
Welcome back. The City of Greensboro has more than 20 departments and several divisions committed to serving you, our residents and visitors. Let's go behind the scenes in our department spotlight. Today, we place the spotlight on 2 departments, Parks and Recreation and the Fire Department. These departments work together to keep residents safe while they enjoy our impressive variety of trails and greenways. The city's urban search and rescue and trail response teams can get to injured hikers and bikers by boat, ATV, or mountain bike. But residents need to know how to read the city's new trail signs to better assist the fire department during an emergency. Greensboro Fire and Parks and Recreation staff are available to demonstrate proper use of the trail signs and the city's safety operations. Straight ahead on the other side of the break is this week's Way to Go GSO shout out. Stay with us. As we draw to a close, we always want to end on a positive note with our Way to Go GSO shout out. This week's shout out goes to you, our recycle-savvy residents. Thank you to those of you who attended the city's semi-annual Recycle Rodeo on Saturday, April 27th at St. Paul the Apostle Catholic Church on Horsepen Creek Road. Residents safely disposed of materials such as electronics and household hazardous waste. Shredding services for sensitive documents was also available with a 5-box limit per vehicle. If you have questions about recycling, download the GSO Collects app or visit the city's website. That concludes this edition of FYI Weekly, but you can easily stay connected to the latest city news by linking to us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. Be sure to download our weekly podcast, Talk City Greensboro. For all of us here at the City of Greensboro, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.